Welcome. Today is Sunday, February 3rd, 2019. Here's what's what. Edie McClurg, the beloved actress from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, is battling dementia, according to family and friends who say they're trying to protect her from a man who's allegedly taking advantage of her. Edie's niece, cousin, and friend filed documents Friday requesting a conservatorship to take control of the actress's affairs. In the documents, obtained by TMZ, they say neurological tests revealed she's no longer able to live alone without assistance and is especially vulnerable to undue influence given her poor judgment and evident dementia. Their immediate concern is with a longtime male friend who's lived with the 72-year-old Edie for several years. According to documents, the guy has previously talked about marrying Edie, who famously played Principal Rooney's assistant, Grace, in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Edie's family and friends don't think she's capable of understanding the relationship with the man. They claim he's been verbally abusive and tried to compel her to sign documents to change her estate planning. They're asking the court to appoint one of them, Edie's cousin, the conservator. Edie's also famous for roles in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Small Wonder, and for her voice work in Frozen and The Little Mermaid. Planes flying over rain or snow can intensify the precipitation by as much as tenfold, according to a new study. The rain and snow bursts are not caused by emissions from the aircraft, but are the peculiar consequences of the aircraft's wings passing through the clouds of supercooled water droplets in the cloud layers above a layer of active rain or snow. Under the right conditions, this effect can boost rain and snowstorms over airports, where many planes intersect the cloud layer on approach and descent. The interesting thing about this feature is that it's caused by aircraft, but it's not caused by pollution, said a researcher at the University of Helsinki and the Finnish Meteorological Institute. Even if there would be absolutely ecological airplanes, which don't have any combustion, no fuel, or anything, it would still happen. Meteorologists have known that passing aircraft can freeze water droplets into ice crystals, and previous work had suggested that the process could enhance rain and snow in underlying clouds, but the effect had not been captured in detail. Keeping Up Appearances star Clive Swift, who famously played Hyacinth Bouquet's long-suffering husband Richard, has sadly died Friday morning after a short illness. His agent confirmed he died peacefully at home, surrounded by his family. He was age 82. The classically trained actor starred in 42 episodes of the cult British sitcom, including 2 shorts from 1990 through 1995. As well as keeping up appearances, Clive also starred in Midsummer Murders, and in December 2007, he appeared in the most-watched ever Doctor Who Christmas special, Voyage of the Damned, with around 13 million views. People with dementia show a different makeup in the bacteria dwelling in their guts, a preliminary study finds, raising questions about whether the bugs play some role in the brain disease. Researchers found that compared with dementia-free older adults, those with the disease typically had a very different gut microbiome. The term refers to the trillions of bacteria and other microbes dwelling in the digestive system. As recent studies have been revealing, those gut bugs do more than aid digestion. They appear to affect a range of bodily functions, from immune defense to the production of vitamins, anti-inflammatory compounds, and even chemicals that relay messages among brain cells. Researchers have also found that the makeup of the gut microbiome is linked to risks for various conditions such as obesity, asthma, and type 1 diabetes. It's very possible that the dementia was the cause of the gut differences, not the result. For example, diet is critical in the makeup of gut bacteria, and people with dementia often have changes in appetite and end up malnourished. Researchers don't know which came first, the dementia or the differences in the gut microbiome. The findings are scheduled to be presented at the American Stroke Association conference in Honolulu next week. The eyes might be the window to the soul, but it turns out your pupils are a peek into your pain centers. That's eye-opening for pain management practices that currently rely heavily on subjective measures like 1 to 10 scales and descriptors such as stabbing, throbbing, or dull. Dr. Julie Finkel, a pain specialist in Washington, D.C., is developing a tool, AlgometRx, that can measure changes in the pupil. The device works by measuring changes in the pupil that are triggered by a nerve signal traveling along a pathway to both the pupil and the pain centers of the brain. The tool is actually measuring nociception, which is a sensation that's carried by the pain nerves that respond to drugs such as opioids and other pain medicine. Pain is just one word that reflects a particular sensation that has a million different potential causes. Without identifying those causes, it's difficult to effectively treat pain. It was a bit by happenstance that in the process of developing a device, scientists recognized that the pupils were changing and led to the development of the AlgometRx. Because the technology is able to detect the elliptical shape of a cat's eye, the device has implications for pain management for those who can't reveal information about what kind of pain they're experiencing, including dogs and cats. Turning to birthdays for today, February 3rd. Morgan Fairchild turns 69. Morgan's an American actress who achieved prominence during the late 1970s and early 1980s with continuing roles in several television series in which she usually conveyed a glamorous image. Morgan took a lead role on the NBC series Flamingo Road in 1980, for which she was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress Television Series Drama. Fran Tarkenton is 79. Fran is a former National Football League quarterback, television personality, and computer software executive. He played in the NFL for 18 seasons and spent the majority of his career with the Minnesota Vikings. Fran also served as a commentator on Monday Night Football and a co-host of the ABC television show That's Incredible. Blythe Danner turns 76 today. Blythe is an American actress and the recipient of several accolades, including 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. Her notable credits include Will and Grace, Meet the Fockers, and The X-Files. Blythe is the mother of actress Gwyneth Paltrow. On January 27th, the U.S. Postal Service rolled out updated mailing and shipping rates, including a 10% increase in the cost of forever stamps, from 50 to 55 cents. Percentage-wise, that's the biggest jump in the more than 2 decades. The price hike comes after a year of revenue troubles for USPS, which reported a net loss of $3.9 billion in fiscal 2018. The finances of the Postal Service are being challenged by electric alternatives and competition from other substitutes to hard-copy mail. At the same time, costs to serve the American public are increasing in areas such as transportation and healthcare. But not all of the changes, which were approved by the Postal Regulatory Commission in November, will cost consumers more money. The charge for mailing domestic postcards, for example, remains the same, 35 cents. And the price of each additional letter ounce will decrease by nearly a third, from 21 to 15 cents. This means you'll get modest savings on weightier letters, even after taking the initial stamp increase into account. A 2-ounce letter, for example, was 71 cents to mail, but once the new rate took effect, the cost is 70 cents. When it comes to packages, however, expect higher rates across the board. Shipping costs are increasing for both Priority Mail and Priority Mail Express, with Priority Mail flat rate retail prices rising an average of 6.6%. A medium flat rate box will soon cost $14.35, up from $13.65, while a padded Priority Mail envelope will hit $8, up from $7.25. The January 27th stamp price hike, accompanied by other mailing and shipping increases, is the biggest price increase by total cents in the history of the post office. The largest percentage price increase occurred in 1991 when the cost of a stamp went from 25 cents to 29 cents. Pilgrim's Pride Corporation, a Mount Pleasant, Texas establishment, is recalling approximately 58,020 pounds of not-ready-to-eat breaded chicken products that may be contaminated with extraneous materials, specifically rubber. The frozen, not-ready-to-eat breaded chicken items were produced on January 4, 2019. The following product is subject to recall: 20-pound boxes containing 8 clear bags of uncooked popcorn-style chicken breast chunk fritters with rib meat, with a use by 10/1/2019. The products subject to recall bear establishment number P-7091A inside the USDA mark of inspection. These items were shipped to Publix supermarkets in Florida for deli food service use. The problem was discovered on January 30th, 2019, when the company was informed by Publix supermarkets employees about a consumer complaint regarding white rubber in the products. There have been no confirmed reports of adverse reactions due to the consumption of these products. Anyone concerned about an injury or illness should contact a healthcare provider.